Hey there, my friends. This is Andy. Hey, I want to tell you about this X39. I had made a video about 4 or 5 days ago about this product that I started using. They're little patches that I put on the back of my neck, and another one just around below my belly button. And I wasn't really sure how it would work out, but I was willing to give it a try because the person I talked to who referred me to this product said that it would help with some of the issues I'm having. One is with my knee, and then with my neck. With 30 years of training police dogs, being a police officer, gotten in a couple major collisions and some fights and things like that. These things were really bothering me. I'm 60 years old, and I also played hockey and got into little scuffles. I was in the fireman policeman league, and of course, you know that firemen and policemen don't get along, and so there was quite a few fights that we'd get in there. And then just over the years, some of these things began to get very painful. My knee, I actually injured doing something pretty silly, but that's been an ongoing issue for about 2 years. And it just seemed to not be getting better. And as a matter of fact, it seemed to be getting worse. So I started applying these patches, one behind my neck, like I said before, and one on my belly. And it was about a week or so, something like that, I started to notice a difference, and I couldn't wait to tell you guys about it. So on this video, I showed you me doing some squats, which I've not been able to do for about 2 years, and all the way down and all the way up with virtually no pain. And I've been getting headaches at least for the last 3 or 4 months from the pain in my neck, and right now I'm not getting any headaches, and the pain in my neck is actually improving, and on some occasions, and actually I'm nearly pain-free. So, and that's only in the first couple weeks. I understand that after about 90 days of wearing these patches, that I should see even greater improvement. Not only that, I had a few days where they were long days. One was flying from the East Coast to the West Coast, and even going to the church after I flew on 3 different planes on that particular day, and still had the energy of a 20-year-old when I got home. My wife will attest to that. And so I just want to come on and just tell you that the results are still amazing. I didn't quite understand enough to kind of tell you what was happening or how it is that these things work, other than it has to do with activating the stem cells that you have in your body. And I found out actually some more details today. And the reason I wanted to tell you today, because I'll also have another story, which I'll end on at the end of the thing, about how I know for sure these things are definitely working on my body. So we have X39 and X49. They're two different products, but do fairly close to the same thing, but not quite. They make great partners when you're using them together. And so what it turns out is that they are activating something called the GHK copper peptide, the GHK copper peptide, or the scientific symbol for it is JHK-CU. But that is the copper peptide that are in our body. I'm going to go ahead and have you go to my screen. So here on one of the websites I found that's unrelated to LifeWave, which is the company that makes the patches that I'm using. But this is Peptide Sciences. And right here, you'll see that it takes you to what is GHK-CU, or the copper peptide, and how does it work? And if you go down here, it says that it's a naturally occurring copper complex that was first identified in human plasma, but has hence been found in multiple locations such as saliva and urine. Copper peptides are small, naturally occurring protein fragments that have high affinity for copper ions, which are critical to normal body function. So we have them, and as part of normal body function. They have a variety of roles in the human body, including but not limited to promoting activation of wound healing. Fantastic. Attracting immune cells, another amazing thing. Antioxidants and anti-inflammatory effects. Stimulating collagen and whatever that's called, synthesis in skin fibroblasts, and promoting blood vessel growth. And then it goes on to the next paragraph to say there has been evidence that has shown that it acts as a feedback signal which is generated after tissue injury. First, it seems to act as a potent protector of tissue and anti-inflammatory agent that control the oxidative damage that occurs post-tissue injury. Further, it then plays a role in signaling tissue remodeling, which removes damaged, scarred tissue and generates new healthy tissue. However, these positive effects decline with age because the concentration of GHKCU in the body decreases with age. Thus, there is an increase in inflammation, cancerous activity, and tissue destruction. So coming back to my camera, so understanding that in our 20s, it's at the peak. And then as we get to our 60s, it actually gets reduced down to very little of these GHKCUs in the body. And what happens with these patches is that it rejuvenates or reactivates the GHKCUs, the copper peptides, and you begin to go back to how quickly your body would heal when you are in your 20s, according to the research that has been done on this particular issue. Now, if we go back to my screen here and we look at PubMed, which is run by the government, so you know how I feel about the government right now. But anyway, it does actually, again, go a little bit further, which again is an unrelated website to the company that makes these patches. But it says the potential of GHK as an anti-aging peptide. And again, pretty much the same information we got from that other website. Promotes skin remodeling, wound healing, regeneration, prominent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects, and so on. And then it has the other research and related articles that you can go into and find more information in regard to this peptide, which is amazing. The more research that actually supports the information from the product, I think is very helpful as we come back to my camera here. And so I want you to go ahead and research it, but also in the end, I hope that you'll go to the website. If you go to andyx39.com, andyx39.com, it'll take you to the website for LifeWise, and you'll be able to find the products on there. So one more time to my screen here. Here is the bundle that I have, which is the X39, X49 bundle. And as I said before, they act a little bit differently, but let me just read you really quickly what it says here on the website. It's backed by over 10 years of research and development, as well as many clinical studies, which is fantastic, has been shown to provide an abundance of health benefits related to, and this is the X39, mental clarity, energy and vitality, workouts and recovery, skin appearance, quality of and duration of sleep, and minor discomfort relief, which I think that they're playing that down a little bit because I've seen some amazing relief in discomfort in my knee and in my neck. And then combined with the X49 promotes performance, strength, and stamina, supports a healthy cardiovascular system, reduce muscle soreness, and promote recovery from exercise, support fat loss when used in tandem with a healthy diet and exercise program. And you have there's a 90-day money-back guaranteed for retail and preferred customers. So again, I don't know how you can go wrong with that kind of guarantee. And again, coming back to my camera, is that the things that it says here before I even read them are the things that I felt as a result of actually using these patches. And then I go to the website. This is kind of the way I work. I listen to the person who referred me to it. Her name's Debbie. Debbie, who I may, if you get a hold of me and say you want to try it out and you have some questions, I may actually refer you to Debbie because she knows a little bit more about these things than I do, and I'm learning. But I didn't quite know all of the things that it would help before I started trying it. And then I began researching and go, wait a minute. This makes so much sense, because one of the things I want to let you know in the story that I was going to tell you, what I referred to at the very beginning, is that I had not been able to go to the gym for almost a month, I think it was. It may be a little bit longer than that. One of them was because my knee bothered me so much that I couldn't go to the gym and have a normal workout. Another reason was because I was traveling and unable to get to the gym. So for about a month, I didn't go. And at my age, when you skip the gym for even 2 weeks and go back and work out, the next day and the days subsequent to that are often fairly painful, because now you're back to working out. And as you know, you go to the gym after you're taking off a couple days and you're sore from the workout. except for this time. I had not gone for at least a month. It was pretty close to a month, if not a month. I worked out really heavy because I took my son Kelly, who's 16, and of course, I did not want him to outlift me, so I had to go really heavy and lots of repetitions on the weight that I was doing 40-pound curls, 50-pound curls, and shoulder lifts, and bench press and all that kind of stuff. And I got to tell you, the next day, I did not have a sore muscle. And I'm telling you that I went heavy, and I know my body, and I know well enough over the last several years of going to the gym and then taking off and then coming back, even after a week or so, that normally I would be so sore that it would be painful to stand up, to sit up, to lift something up or lift something off of me or put a backpack on, because I'm often carrying a backpack around. None of that happened. So going back to the X39, where it says reduce muscle soreness and promote recovery from exercise, I got to tell you, I believe the X49 has done exactly that. It just reduces the muscle soreness. I didn't have any soreness. So I would suggest you go to andyx39.com, and that will take you to my website. And you can look on there as to the videos and other information they have on the website. And then I would definitely order some and give it a try and see how it works. Now, most of the people say you have to give it 30 to 90 days before you really begin to see results. As with any supplement or any medication even that you take, there's often a lag from the time you start it to the time that you begin to feel the effects of whatever it is you're taking. Unless it's some type of opioid, of course, but this is not. This is healthy and promotes health. So I would definitely give it some time. Do not discount it too quickly. But I got to tell you, I didn't need to wait that long because I started to feel results fairly quickly. There's other people that say the same thing. So I just caution you that if you don't feel something in like 2 or 3 days, don't worry about it. Allow for the time. That's why that 90-day money back guarantee, I think, is important, is that you give it the time necessary to make sure that it begins to take some of these changes, because many of the things that you're suffering from, the pain and discomfort you're suffering from, is something that you've been dealing with for years, or it's taken years to develop that amount of pain. So just understand that if it took you years to get that painful and to have that kind of pain, or to get that kind of illness that you may have that may be fixed by one of these products, and I can't make any guarantees that it will, because that's the way it works here on the internets. But if it takes that long to get it, then I would give it some time for it to be helped by this particular product. But I got to tell you, right now, I'm extremely happy with the results that I'm getting from Life Wave products, this X39 and X49. But again, go to andyx39.com, andyx39.com, and give it a shot. And then again, go to those other websites. Just don't listen to me. Go to the websites and read what it says about these peptides, this copper peptide, that it is something that they say is actually very beneficial to the body. And if you can get your peptides activated, especially this copper peptide, you will see some results. All right, my friends, I'll talk to you later. Take care.